Downtime is for, oh, I'm sorry, relaxing. Think again. What if I told you the biggest opportunity to prepare for your next big project challenge is you making a shift? Are you really ready to make the most of your downtime, or are you just letting it slip away? Point number one, engage in cross-departmental knowledge sharing. See, sharing insights across departments breaks down silos. This is important, family, because fostering innovation, collaboration, and cohesive company culture, as they say, moves the needle. Experiment with some of these actionable tips. Host informal workshops or lunch and learns. Invite diverse departmental speakers to share unique perspective. And the last and final one, just create an easy channel like, on Slack or Teams for continuous ideal exchange. Point number two, schedule professional peer reviews. See, peer reviews provide constructive, expert level feedback on your project. This is important because it identifies those blind spots as well as it fosters continuous learning. And then my favorite thing is it builds trust. Experiment with some of these actionable tips. Select knowledgeable peers, conduct unbiased reviews, create structured criteria to guide meaningful assessments, and document and act upon insights gained from these views. Point number three, optimize your project management tool. See, I always talk about your tool belt, your toolkit. And see, it's important to continuously improve your digital toolkit because it boosts productivity. Why is this important? Because it saves time, it simplifies administration, and it enhances clarity. So experiment with these actionable tips. Evaluate alternative tools or enhancements periodically. Solicit team feedback on current tool usage and implement integrations to streamline workflows. One thing about soliciting feedback on your current tool usage, which it does is you identify what is being used and what's not being used. A good example is if we have our communication management plan, let's say I put together a communication management plan and no one is looking at it. Okay, maybe I need to put it in a place where everyone is going to look at it. So maybe we move it from the SharePoint site to putting it into a team site where they can access it easily. I'm just using it as an example because I see a lot of times you will go and create these artifacts or build out these SharePoint sites or team sites, but then we find out people are not actually going in there to, as they say, do the fishing themselves to pull the actual artifact or the document. Point number four, establish best practice playbooks. Now, I will tell you, in creating playbooks, it captures repeatable and successful practices. This is important because it ensures consistency, it reduces errors, and it accelerates onboarding. Experiment with these actionable tips. Consolidate successful project methodologies into concise guides. Involve your team in regularly updating playbooks. This is the thing I want you to understand, family. Just don't go and create this playbook by yourself. You want to create synergy by collaborating with other teams to understand, hey, what went really well here that you would recommend maybe we can add to this playbook? This is during your downtime, not during your, now if you're leading multiple projects, downtime may be slim, but the point I'm trying to make is if you have this downtime, which is based on today's episode, you want to be able to create that synergy by collaborating with other teams. And the last and final one, share these playbooks widely for maximum utilization. Point number five, strengthen vendor and supplier relationships. Enhancing supplier relations improves service quality and reliability. Why is this important? It builds trust and ensures we're getting competitive pricing and reduces the delivery risk. Experiment with these actionable tips. Schedule regular calls to discuss mutual improvement and share feedback transparently and be constructive with your feedback. It's important to let the vendor know how they're doing. It's important to let the supplier know how they're doing, and not just how they're doing, areas of opportunity with solution. Don't just throw a problem on their lap. Give them the proposed solution and allow them to take that proposed solution and to innovate off that proposed solution. And the last and final one, acknowledge and celebrate successful vendor collaborations. I don't see this enough, where we need to celebrate those vendors and suppliers who actually did what they said they were going to do, and even gave us leeway on certain things and worked with us and not against us. When this happens, you want to celebrate those vendors and suppliers, because this is rare. Customer service, in my opinion, right or wrong, just what I'm thinking at this time, it's important when you're building these relationships with vendors and suppliers. Point number 6, develop a post-project review framework. Take downtime to create a structured framework for conducting post-project reviews. This is important because post-project reviews helps identify what went well, what areas for improvement, and contributing to success of the future project. Experiment with some of these actionable tips. Establish a standardized post-project review template, and always be willing to be adaptable. So if you create this massive post-project review template and it doesn't fit the project, and there's certain pieces that you can remove, always keep that agile mindset, as we always talk about. And the next one, collect feedback from all stakeholders and the project team to gain diverse perspective. And the last and final one, document key lessons learned and ensure you share them with your team, and put the lessons learned register in your SharePoint or whatever cloud service that you're using, whether it's Box, whether it's Dropbox, whether it's, you can just name it, basically ensuring that it is accessible. Point number 7, strengthen risk mitigation strategies. During downtime, this is the most important time for you. I would recommend, matter of fact, I would implore upon you that you look at your risk register, review the effectiveness of the risk mitigation strategies that are in place. Are we looking at threats, or are we looking at opportunities? This is important because strong risk mitigation plans help minimize impact of unforeseen challenges. This is important, family, because one of the things that happens a lot of times, I've been guilty of it, every project manager, that if they're being transparent with you, sometimes we'll fill out this risk register and then we'll forget to come back. This is why I always say, during your weekly status meetings, ensure that you're putting risk and issues at the top of the agenda. You always want to continue to look at your risk and issues, but experiment with some of these actionable tips. Evaluate past project risk and their impact on timeline and cost, as well as the scope and quality. So we're looking at the triple constraints there. And then update risk response strategies to be more proactive. And the last and final one, ensure that risk owners are clearly assigned, and most of all, family, they are empowered. Point number 8, evaluate project deliverables against objective. Use downtime to ensure that project deliverables align with original objectives and client expectations. This is important because staying aligned with objectives ensures project is on track to actually meet the stakeholder expectation. Experiment with some of these actionable tips. Review the project scope statement and objectives to ensure alignment. Compare the project deliverables with the defined objects and outcome. Communicate any deviations from the objectives to the stakeholders. Well, family, it's your turn to take action. Remember, downtime isn't a luxury. It is a strategic advantage. Next time you find yourself at a moment, pause. Don't waste it. This is your opportunity to prepare, strengthen your skills, refine your strategies, and build your foundation for success. I got 2 questions for you, and then my final thought. How can I use this time to improve my project management? What actions can I take right now that will set me up for success in the next phase? Here's my closing remarks. Don't wait for the perfect moment to act. Take action now. The projects of tomorrow are shaped by the decisions you make today. Your professional journey deserves intentional action. Make every moment count. I go by the name of ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, hey, listen, that just simply means Ed. Until next time.